Good afternoon. I would like to call to order the regularly scheduled meeting of the Chicago Transit Board for November 15th, 2022. Would the secretary call the roll, please?
That's Director Lee.
Here.
Director Ortiz.
Here.
Director Jakes.
Here.
Director Miller.
Here.
Director Silva.
Here.
Chairman Barkley.
Here.
We have a quorum with Director Jha is not here today. We have a quorum with 6 members of the board present.
Our first order of business is public comment. Greg?
Yes, we have 4 public comment speakers today. Thank you. Just a reminder to the speakers to please talk in a natural voice at a normal rate. And if you could limit yourself to 3 minutes, that would be great. We will start with Erek Slater. Eric?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, sir.
Nearly every month, we become aware of one of our coworkers who is assaulted while at work as a frontline transit worker for CTA and PACE. This vastly undercounts the nearly daily verbal assaults and threats each of us face. Squeezing more out of current workers makes things worse. Instead, we need to expand public transportation to the communities that need it most, rehire the many hundreds of unjustly fired workers, and open up good union jobs for thousands of working people. Instead, your transit plan continues to try to squeeze us by increasing headway and overpacking or ghosting buses and trains. This aims more frustration of passengers towards us as frontline workers. Your transit plan falsely claims that there aren't enough transit workers or people willing to do this work. Firstly, this is caused because management treats workers so poorly. Additionally, public transit is being deliberately abandoned in order to defund it and claim that nobody is riding it and thereby justify further defunding it. In addition to privatization, this is what these kinds of budgets have done to many of our needed public services, including schools, parks, healthcare, etc. Does public transit really need long unpaid swing shifts? It didn't need it 30 to 70 years ago. Do the people of Chicago region really need managers and private investigators and whole floors of lawyers going after workers for simply trying to get an unpaid day off from the extreme stress and danger of our work? What many passengers do not yet know is the hidden war against transit workers by appointed managers, administrators, and lawyers. They treat us like children or criminals. There is no legitimate reason to organize the work along these dangerous and antagonistic lines. In my 17 years as a CTA bus operator and 8 years in the trenches defending my coworkers as their elected union shop steward, I have found that almost all of the punishment your appointed managers and labor relations departments mete out against my coworkers has nothing to do with safe and courteous operations. Almost all of it relates to attempts at intimidation and short-term cost-cutting measures that actually cost the people of Chicago much, much more. For us workers and retirees, it tears apart our bodies. It causes so much unneeded stress. It does not need to be this way. The people of Chicago need to look to the workers. We are leaders of families and communities. We know the streets. We know the people. We are very good at what we do. We are the experts of public transportation. Workers and passengers should be making much more of these decisions, including these transit plans and even who leads these organizations. After some victories building our confidence in citywide coordination, the role of the frontline transit worker can begin to return to the natural leader in the population. Much of the violence currently directed against us can thus be turned into positive struggle to improve millions of working people's and students' lives. Give workers the space and respect to do this needed work. Through greater worker leadership and control, public transit in the Chicago region can become a positive example to the world. I yield my time to the next speaker.